Day 84. I replaced line level feedback with inline comments that rerun PailFlow. No secret here, I run a lot of my project workflows through AI, especially for client work. And this change has saved me a lot of friction. So meetings are still the major bottleneck for me. I hate meetings, and every meeting is a ton of work that you have to do, that I have to do generally afterward, like updating documentation, updating scopes, updating tickets, updating follow-ups. And my current setup is I have this massive GitHub repo. I basically do everything in GitHub repo because I do everything with coding agents, even when they're not code. And I have this structure with projects and all the context about the projects and the latest version of anything that needs to get updated. And then after a call, I kind of manually trigger all these things to run. But especially when you get to the part of updating documentation and updating the written word in GitHub, it's okay. GitHub wasn't really meant for writing. And especially when it comes to updates, I'll usually say something like, oh, for line 83, can you make this change? Now, since I have PailFlow, how PailFlow works is it can run after your call, take the context that you've given it and update the necessary documentation. I use it through MCP. I get this review document with some updates on what it has changed, very similar to a diff. And one update that I just shipped is adding comments. So prior comments were kind of at the end, but now you just put them in context. So I can be like, hey, here's a comment. And this is all runs in my browser. The link that it gives you is signed to you, sure, but you don't have to log into any particular page to get it because it's very much meant to work within the context of all your other AI workflows. And yes, I can add the comment, I can see the comments, I can add other comments. And so slightly more ergonomic way to actually get feedback. Anywho, that is all from me today. If you're using AI, if you're using coding agents for things that are actually not code, I would love to hear from you. I feel like I talk a lot to developers, but if you're on that project side and project management side and having to stitch together a bunch of AI to do the work at your job, would love to hear what processes you use.